This week we have a full moon lunar eclipse at 5 degrees of Libra, the sign of relationships and partnerships, balance and harmony. All of this, an empowered moment and more in my new weekly intuitive energy forecast for the week of Monday, March 25th through Sunday, March 31st, 2024. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, starseed astrologer and spiritual messenger from Sacred Soul Empowerment. So for this week's weekly reading, we're going to be using a different deck. I haven't used this before in my weekly or monthly YouTube videos, but it's called the Universal Celtic Tarot. And this one is by Floriana Nativo and Christina Scagliati. I like to use this one when I do relationship readings for people. And since we have that full moon lunar eclipse in Libra, the sign of relationships, I thought I'd take it out and use it for this particular week's reading. Your special message card, depending on your stone of choice this week, is going to be coming from the Twin Flame Oracle deck. And this is by Veranda Dave, PhD. So again, we have this relationship theme. And don't worry, these cards, as far as if you're not dealing with relationship issues, can be read in general for other things as well. Most of them anyway. So before we get into the astrology of the week, or even, I guess, looking at our stones of choice, which is important, let's go ahead and settle in and do an empowered moment. So sit back or recline back or lie down if that's more comfortable for you. Close your eyes, relax your body, clear your mind of all thoughts. Take in a couple of deep breaths, exhaling through your mouth, letting go of any tension or stress. And visualize beautiful golden white light all around you. And this is the golden white light of unconditional love, protection, guidance, and healing. And as you see or sense or feel or just know that you're surrounded in that beautiful, gentle, nurturing golden white light, I want you to take a deep breath in and breathe it into every cell of your body. And as you exhale, you're letting go of all that your body, mind, and soul no longer needs. And visualize now a grounding cord coming out of your root chakra or out of your feet chakra, if you prefer. And this grounding cord, or these grounding cords, if it's coming out of your feet, are going all the way deep down into Earth Mother Gaia, through all the layers of her earth, traveling until it reaches the center of the earth, where her crystalline heart chakra is. I want you to imagine that either Earth Mother Gaia is reaching out for your grounding cord and plugging it into her heart chakra, or that you yourself are doing that with her permission. And as you're plugged into Gaia's heart chakra, I want you to take a deep breath in and imagine that you're breathing up and in through your grounding cord, Earth Mother Gaia's nurturing, loving elixir of light from her heart center. And as you exhale, it's being dispersed throughout all of your chakras and energy bodies, filling you with a warmth, a love, a tenderness, a caring that only the Earth Mother can give you. Focusing your attention now on the fact that we have a full moon lunar eclipse in Libra this week. And full moons are about completion or endings or releasing and healing, letting go of all that you no longer need. And this one is in the sign of partnerships, relationships, one-on-one interactions with others, whether those one-on-one interactions are romantic or friendship or family or even business. Libra wants balance, harmony, equality, compromise, equal give and take. So focus on those higher aspects of Libra. Focus on these energies being in all of your relationships. The lunar eclipse is going to magnify any areas of imbalance or inequality or codependency or disrespect. And this is because Libra wants to have peace and wants to have that equal and mutual love and respect and caring in all of her relationships. So focus on that highest vibration and ask your angels and guides, asking the goddesses of the highest vibration of light that also assist us with relationships and partnerships, soulmates, asking for assistance and guidance, protection and healing with whatever is in our highest and best interest, according to the next step in our evolution and growth. Let's breathe in that intention into every cell of our bodies. And as you exhale, and in your own time, when you feel ready, you can open your eyes and return to this time and place and space. Okay. So I've got 3 special intention stones. So a lot of you that have been following my weekly and monthly videos for some times know that I wire wrap crystals and stones and I infuse them with Reiki with special intentions of all kinds, as well as Archangel and Ascended Master energies. But I just decided to also do that with crystals and stones and have these also available on my website. So all 3 of these stones this week are newly put up on my website shop page, along with all the special intention pendants for purchase. So we've got this first one here, and this one is beautiful pink tourmaline. I know it looks more like a burgundy, right? But this is pink tourmaline, and it's Reiki charged with the vibration of the number 9, the number of healing, completion, and the release of old situations. The energies of Pisces for unconditional love, compassion, and forgiveness towards one's past in order to move forward. Neptune, planet of trust, faith, and facilitation of the connection back to your soul purpose. Chiron, planet to assist in healing old past life relationship wounds. The merging and balancing of the heart chakra and crown chakra to infuse love and spirituality, and the energies of Archangel Azrael, who brings assistance in the grieving process of old circumstances and relationships, as well as Archangel Chamuel to assist with bringing in one's soulmate or healing situations in a current soulmate relationship. All right, and then stone number 2 here. This is a beautiful rhodochrosite stone, and the rhodochrosite is Reiki charged with the vibration of the number 2, the number of balance and equality and partnerships, also with the vibration of the number 9, number of unconditional love and compassion. This one has infused into it both the energies of Libra and Scorpio, energies of partnership and energetic merging with another, the qualities of Venus, or Venus Aphrodite as I like to call her, planet of love, romance, and relationships. This one actually is infused with Goddess Aphrodite energy, goddess of love, beauty, and passion, as well as Archangel Chamuel's energy of assisting one with finding a fulfilling soulmate relationship. And then our last stone of choice. This is really tiny, so I'm going to try to hold it as best I can, but it's a very rare pink Lemurian seed record keeper quartz crystal. All right. So this rare pink Lemurian seed record keeper quartz crystal is Reiki charged with the vibration of master number 11, the number of the visionary and the light worker, and the number 9, number of the humanitarian, spiritual energy, and creative potential. It has infused into it the qualities of Aquarius for freedom and independence, and the qualities of Libra for equality and balance in a light-filled soulmate relationship. The element air, which is about communication, ideas, and higher perceptions. The activation of the crown chakra to open one up to higher wisdom and knowledge, and the activation of the higher heart chakra for unconditional love and compassion. This one has Archangel Raziel's energies infused into it for divine magic, magnified psychic abilities, and the power of alchemy. And again, Archangel Shamuel's energy to attract a beautiful soul connection with another, or the healing of a current soulmate relationship. And then finally, this one has the energies of the Lemurians of the highest vibration of light in it. So again, your stones of choice for the week are the beautiful pink tourmaline. You can see the blotches of pink in there. The rhodochrosite crystal. And getting a nice little hold on that. The rare Lemurian pink Lemurian seed record keeper quartz crystal. That's a long name, isn't it? All right. So let's put those stones aside. Let's talk about the astrology for the week. Not a lot going on, but what is going on is that full moon lunar eclipse at 5 degrees of Libra on Monday the 25th. So again, we'll reiterate, full moons about endings, completion of a cycle, releasing, letting go. The fact that it's a lunar eclipse magnifies and intensifies these energies, and they are longer lasting because it's an eclipse. So in other words, rather than a full moon energy being active in a particular sign of the zodiac until the next full moon, this one, because it's an eclipse, will last for many more weeks. And since it's in that relationship, partnership sign of Libra, we're going to be having shifts and changes and healing and evolution and growth within all types of relationships in our lives. Now, depending on where each of you are vibrating, depending on what each of you are willing to do to bring healing or the next step in evolution and growth to the relationship, will show what is going to happen and unfold in that relationship. Because sometimes with a full moon lunar eclipse, it's the ending of old patterns, old situations, old circumstances, old energies, old mindsets, belief systems, emotions, subconscious feelings, etc. But it can bring the end of something, or it brings the end of the way of operating within the relationship, because both individuals need to grow and evolve, and there can be eventually there can be a new beginning in the relationship. But if both people aren't willing to do the work, and again, Libra likes balance and equality, so both people have to put in their fair share, then sometimes the relationship, the individuals within the relationship may end up going their separate ways. The full moon lunar eclipse at 5 degrees of Libra, which, by the way, if you have any planets in and around, I'd say 0 to 10 degrees of Libra, Aries, Cancer, or Capricorn, you're going to be especially affected by this eclipse. This one is actually in conjunct to Mars, the planet of energy and action and forward movement, who's right now in Pisces. So rather than forward movement in a particular direction, Mars is needing to surrender and go with the flow of the water energy of Pisces here. So it's this surrendering quality, which is kind of difficult for Mars to do. And then it's also, this lunar eclipse is connecting to Pluto, powerful planet of transformation, regeneration, death, and rebirth. It's a positive connection, so it does support the idea of transformation and positive change in the relationship, or at least in your ideas and perceptions and belief systems regarding relationships, which again might mean that you're needing to move on in your own evolution and growth to find what kind of suits you, what you're aligned with, if what you're currently in, business, friendship, family, or romantically, is not in alignment with you. Now, this eclipse will also make a wide in conjunct to Saturn after the eclipse comes to its exact fullness. And Saturn is the teacher of karmic lessons. So he brings up things that we need to kind of karmically purge out of our essence, or that we need to pay attention to and learn. So he also might be involved in this eclipse. And then all the way on Thursday, the 28th of March, we have Venus, Aphrodite, goddess of love, relationships, as well as money and finances. But she's in Pisces too. So she also has this surrender, trust, faith, go with the flow kind of attitude right now, as well as creative and artistic and imaginative. And she's in a positive sextile with Uranus, the great awakener. The planet that brings sudden, unexpected redirections or change or liberation into our lives. So this may be Venus, that feminine energy that's wanting to break free and has an opportunity to do so. So look for the opportunities. There could also be perhaps an opportunity for increased income or some sort of blessing or gift from the universe or from another person. Because Uranus is in Taurus, which is a money sign, and like I said earlier, Venus does rule personal resources like money and finances. So that's pretty much all that's going on this week. I will also mention that on Monday and Tuesday, the moon, which rules our emotions, is in the relationship partnership sign of Libra. On Wednesday, Thursday, and into Friday, the moon shifts into Scorpio. So we're going down deep into those emotional subconscious patterns and dealing with this sense of like power and control, or empowering ourselves on a deep level. And then for part of Friday and then Saturday and Sunday, the moon, which rules our feelings and emotions, will move into inspirational, happy-go-lucky Sagittarius, where we want to expand our horizons and look at the glass as half full. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the messages from our angels and guides from the Universal Celtic Tarot. And the first card we turn over is not a big surprise. It's the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is all about relationships, partnerships. Now, again, this is a one-on-one relationship of any kind, although it always has that romantic connotation when we're dealing with the Two of Cups. And in the image here, we can see a man or a gentleman kind of on his knees before a woman. And the woman has a crown that she's ready to place on the man's head. She's standing in front of a tree, so the tree can signify a sense of grounding, a sense of feeling connected and grounded in that connection. The image itself almost shows that the woman, the divine feminine, we could look at this as divine feminine and divine masculine. So the divine feminine is like almost I don't know if I want to say rewarding or blessing the divine masculine with some sort of, again, I want to say reward, but that's not exactly what I mean. It's like the divine feminine is saying, you're doing a great job, divine masculine, or if we are dealing with relationship, this is like, oh, thank you for listening to what I have to say. Thank you for putting in the work and effort into our relationship. Thank you for giving me the recognition and appreciation that, I'm looking for, that I'm worthy of. And so again, she's placing this crown on his head, almost as if to say, thank you. I'm appreciative and grateful for all you are and all you have done. Now, whether that be, in a past tense, what we're going to have to see what the rest of the cards are here, right? And then, like I said, a full moon lunar eclipse can definitely bring some changes. And whether this is the divine feminine kind of saying thank you, but I'm going to be, moving on, or thank you, and let's continue to work on our relationship and bringing in a sense of equality and harmony, again, kind of remains to be seen. We've got lovely kind of pink foliage or leaves from the branches of this tree with the Celtic symbology on it, right? So it has that kind of, to me, the Celtic is this romantic Arthurian, and Guinevere sort of time period. And the pink can be the higher heart chakra, right? So this is higher unconditional love and compassion and forgiveness. This could also be, forgiveness being offered. And I'm not necessarily saying it's the woman to the man. I'm just talking about feminine and masculine. So maybe the forgiveness goes both ways, right? It doesn't have to just be a one-way street here. In fact, Libra definitely wants it to be a two-way street. We've got, it's almost like there's two little trees here growing amongst these rocks. And so a rock can signify like a solid foundation and that there's new growth here. It's like the planting of two little tree shoots, and we're now, giving it a solid foundation in order for new growth to occur with this unconditional love of the higher heart chakra and the recognition of each other and what we both bring to the relationship. So let's go ahead and look at the second card. Okay, the second card is the Page of Wands. The pages are messengers dealing with thoughts, ideas, communications, perceptions, and the suit of wands is like the suit of fire. It's really fiery and it's passionate. And it's interesting that this particular image in this tarot deck has the page holding his wand, and he's got either lightning bolts coming out of his hand and up towards the sky, or the lightning bolts are coming down from the sky and into his hand. So right away, it makes me feel like there's some sort of sudden and maybe unexpected communication that's going on or that needs to happen, right? We're talking about relationship matters, the full moon lunar eclipse and the partnership sign of Libra. We've got this kind of, to me, the lightning bolt is quick, sudden, and unexpected and electrical and electrifying sort of either messages that are coming in to you from the universe, or again, electrifying communication that is needing to happen between you and another. If we keep silent, right, if we don't speak our truth, then the other person, how are they to know where we're coming from? How are they to know what we're feeling, what we're thinking? We can't expect other people to read our minds. So we might need to lay all of our cards out on the table. We may need to be blunt, because to me the fire element, the wands element, is going to be quick, blunt. It can be very creative and inspirational and happy and joyous and exciting, but it can also be quick and to the point and sometimes a little overly opinionated. So look for this, again, this electrical kind of energy coming in with either, again, messages that are coming in or thoughts or ideas that are coming in. And maybe this is business partnership and working with somebody on a business project, and you guys are collaborating and you're brainstorming. That could be part of this too. But if this is indeed some sort of more emotionally connected relationship, I'd say that either someone's going to have some words with you. I'm not saying that they're necessarily negative, but they might be kind of suddenly out of the blue and unexpected, or at least the way they're communicating it might not be the way they usually do, or it's you that needs to share what it is that you're thinking or feeling with another person, and being pretty, forthright with it. Not mean, but just kind of forthright. All right, let's look at the last card. Okay, the last card is Major Arcana 0, and it's the Fool card. So the Fool card is always taking a leap of faith, trusting where you're going to go in a new journey, right? It's like the Fool card usually jumps off a cliff. Usually it's shown him jumping off a cliff and not knowing how far down it's going to be before he lands on his feet, or if he's going to land on his feet at all, or where he's going next. And this one is a little different because he's not jumping off a cliff, so it's not as terrifying, I guess, but he's definitely like he's walking the rainbow. He's walking over this rainbow of hope and blessings and prosperity and abundance, and he looks confident and he looks kind of happy. It's almost like you can hear him kind of whistling as he walks forward, and he's got this beautiful scenery all around him. So he's walking into new horizons. He's walking into some new beginnings, something new, and he's feeling really good about it. He's moving towards the blessings of abundance and prosperity, whatever that might mean in his life. That's where his direction is going. That's where he's planning on heading. And again, he's got like a smile on his face. He's in a happy place. So even if we are with this full moon lunar eclipse, even if there are some changes coming up where we're liberating and freeing ourselves from something, we're heading in a new, positive, blessed direction. It's going to be this new adventure, this new beginning, and we might not know what's over on the other side of that rainbow, or what's on the other side of the bridge, or what's, at the bottom of the cliff if we're jumping, but this is bringing us to a good place. You can see the beauty of nature all around. It just has a really light and airy and fun-filled feel to it. So no worries there. Now, with the special message card, depending on your stone of choice from the Twin Flame Oracle, I decided to pull one for everybody, for the collective, before we did it individually for each stone of choice. And I already did pull that. And the card that I pulled for the collective says healing. And at the bottom it says self-care. Okay, we are coming up to a lunar eclipse, and then 2 weeks after the lunar eclipse we were going to have a new moon solar eclipse, so there's going to be more magnified energies. So we're definitely needing to partake in some self-care, some downtime, some extra rest. Get a massage, go have a cup of tea with a friend, or have lunch with a loved one, right? We just need to do some things for ourselves and have some self-care. Bath, reflexology, healing session. And then it says time out, be gentle with yourself. And it says be gentle with yourself and your twin. So, whether this is a twin flame soulmate, I'm just going to say romantic relationships, friendship relationships, family relationships, even business relationships, be kind to one another, right? That's what the Two of Cups wants. The Two of Cups wants equality and kindness and peace and everything to be very harmonious. So here, we're going through a healing period, right? That's what these eclipses are doing. It's magnifying the new energies that are coming in from a higher source, the downloads of new information, increasing kind of our energy bodies with new cellular memory and activating of our, dormant DNA and et cetera, et cetera. So we're going through a huge healing phase. And because of that, again, if we need extra rest, if we need to be alone, if we need to take a walk in nature, if we need to call a friend, this is part of our self-care and healing. All right, so let's put that aside and let's see what your special message card is, depending on your stone of choice. The first one is pink tourmaline. So, special message this week for the pink tourmaline people. Pink tourmaline, special message. This one's calling my attention right here. Let me get a hold of it. And it says control, okay? And at the bottom it says stagnation, delusion, release the need to control situations. This is part of that Venus being in Pisces, and Mars is also in Pisces right now too, by the way. And Pisces is all about surrender, let go with the flow, trust, have faith. So some of you might be trying too hard. Some of you might be trying to control a situation or a direction or the timing of something happening. And it's just not going to be the time to do that. Between Venus and Mars, the lovers being in Pisces, and the eclipses that we're going to be experiencing, it really is a time where we just need to go, I'm going to let go. I'm going to go with the flow. I'm going to have faith that where I end up is where I need to be. So it's almost like, don't think too hard. It doesn't mean not to take any action. Take action and follow up on all your possibilities and potentials. but don't focus in on one and don't feel like one direction is the right answer. It's just like, just like trust the universe. That's what I want to say. It's just trust the universe and let go of any need to control, okay? Because trying to control something might stagnate or hold back something that's supposed to happen from happening. All right, let's put that back in the deck in case somebody else gets it. And then stone number 2 is the rhodochrosite. So giving this a little shuffle. Special message for rhodochrosite people for this week. Rhodochrosite. This one's calling my attention here. Creativity. That's interesting. I guess this one that was for the collective, I didn't know if that was a cup of tea or a bowl of soup. It looks like a cup of tea because that looks like a teapot. And now we have a cup of coffee. So it's like maybe you're needing to go out with friends and go to the tea house or go to the coffee house, right? But it says creativity on it. And you can see that's, the hearts in the glass and, being very creative with the coffee. But it says inspiration, productivity, creation, and bring out the greatness within. Bring out your greatness, basically. Bring out your creative self-expression. Just kind of be creative. This could be collaboration with another person. I think this is hands of the same person, but still in all, having coffee with somebody, 2 hands could be 2 people. So maybe this is collaborating with somebody on a new creative project or business project. Getting together again with family, friends, or loved ones and just socializing and just, having a little bit more fun, having more of a relaxing time, not being so serious, because these eclipses, it can feel real heavy duty. It can feel like, really serious as far as what's going on in our outer life. And we just need to kick back and have a little fun, be a little more spontaneous, draw, sing, dance, color, walk in nature, create, do pottery, garden, cook, just kind of involve yourself with the creative energy, whatever that might mean for you. Just like infusing my crystals here with special intentions. That's a creative project. And that gets the creative juices flowing. That kind of gets you out of your head and out of your mind so that you can just surrender and go with the flow. All right, which I think is what most of us or all of us are needing to do somewhat this week. But find what inspires you, right? Find what inspires you. All right, let's put that back in the deck. And then the last stone of choice is the pink Lemurian seed record keeper quartz crystal. I did it. I said the whole thing. All right, so for the pink Lemurian seed people, special message. Okay, this one's calling my attention right here. Ooh, separation. Okay. All right, so separation comes in and it actually says no contact. And then it says 5D, so like a 5D reality, dreams, nightmares. Wow, this is kind of interesting. And then it says focus on your own happiness. Okay, so this might mean that you need a little bit of alone time or separation time from some sort of relationship in order to get clear on what your next step is or what you really want. And then the whole thing about talking about 5D is to me, this might mean that you feel separated from source. You feel separated from your own higher soul self. You feel separated from your angels and guides, which just isn't true, right? I mean, you can feel a disconnect from within yourself, to the higher realms, but you're never disconnected from the universe or God or the angels or your higher self. It's always there. But because we get in a certain vibration or way of thinking, which could be negative or feeling distraught or in despair, that can kind of almost create a little bit of a barrier, so to speak, to where we're not fully like connecting with that magical, mystical source of creation. We're not fully connected to a 5D reality. We're connected more to the 3D reality, the heaviness of the world that we live in, what's going on around us. So to me, this is like meditate, get out by water, which can actually clear our emotional bodies and magnify our ability to emotionally connect to something grander, something higher, like the 5D reality and our creative energies and our sacred soul selves. And then the whole thing about dreams and nightmares, again, you might be having a lot of dream time stuff going on, and pay attention to your dreams. There could be some prophetic information and knowledge and wisdom in there. If they're nightmares, I would say that you're just doing a lot of karmic cleansing at this time and clearing away lower vibrational energies. And it does say focus on your own happiness. So again, you might just need some alone time, whether it's a complete separation and you're moving in a new direction or onto a new path. That's a possibility. But maybe you just need a little bit of separation, a little bit of alone time, focusing on your own needs to gain a little bit of clarity as far as reconnecting with yourself and knowing what it is that you truly want and what you truly need in your life. Okay? All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to this weekly intuitive energy forecast. I send you all lots of love and light during this full moon lunar eclipse. A lot of healing I'm sending your way. And I look forward to seeing you not only next week, but next month for April's intuitive energy forecast. So love to all. Namaste.